Hey, it's Monday morning. I couldn't be more thrilled you tuned into this of all devotionals because you are going to hear a major announcement about a major thing we are launching that we think could be life-changing for millions of people. And we want to invite you to benefit from it and or be part of it. The reason for this is this. This is the kind of stuff we're called to. Times like this are the kind of things the church should thrive in and be called to. Right now, as I'm doing this, there is a Christmas Eve service happening and hundreds of people will be lighting candles. Matter of fact, globally, millions of people will light candles on Christmas Eve. Why do we do that? For one reason. Jesus is the light of the world. Okay. However, what gets lost in that is this. We are called to be the same thing. Matthew chapter 5, verse 16 says, "Let your light shine before men and women that they may see your good deeds." Check this out. And see your good deeds and praise your Father in heaven. There is something about when the church unleashes compassion, people's attention gets directed. Somehow they connect in a deeper way to God. And we're getting ready to unleash compassion in a major way to people in our business community who are hurting worse than they have ever heard. Matter of fact, I just announced this. Let me take you with it, and then I'll wrap it up back here with you in a second. Check this out. We're gonna do something we've never done because we've never needed to do it in 25 years of doing Christmas Eve services. And we have a major announcement to make. And for some of you in here, it will be life-changing and future rescuing. And kind of what I want to do is I want to start by saying thank you, because every time there has been a massive need, you have shown up, okay? And you've been there, okay? You know, for example, when we found out, it was a Christmas Eve thing, we found out girls by the thousands were being sex trafficked in Cambodia and having their lives and futures just wrecked, okay? We stood up in front of you, you showed up, we were there and built a rescue thing, and thousands of those girls are rescued and freed from that tonight because of what happened there, okay? You showed up, okay? Same thing. In Cambodia, we found out, the whole area of Cambodia had no hospital. We spent millions and built a massive Faith Alive hospital that in the last 10 years have seen, get this, over 1 million individual patients and treated them for free, people. I mean, wow. This is really cool stuff, okay? Even this year, we found out downtown, when all the kids, school shut down, there were 300 kids in the most disadvantaged area of downtown. They didn't have Chromebooks. They didn't have Wi-Fi hotspots. Their families have never had Wi-Fi. They couldn't afford it. We called a Zoom call. You all gave $250,000 in 13 minutes, and all of those kids have been in school ever since getting education, okay? Way to go. Whenever there's been a massive crisis, we have not hid out here. You all have shown up, okay? Right now, there is a massive crisis in California, and it is being felt by anybody leading a small to medium-sized business. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Okay. And so I think it's time we as a church do what we always do and show up. So I am going to announce something, and you will hear a lot about this in the media and everywhere else. Let me get to it. And because I want to be understood clearly, I have worded this very carefully. We have vetted this thing. I am going to read this. It'll be a little controversial, but I'm okay taking a little flack for doing the right things. Y'all ready? Here we go. These are difficult and unprecedented days. Can I get an amen from anybody on that one? Through no fault of their own, and often at the whim of irrational decision-making by politicians. Millions of Californians have lost their jobs, lost their businesses, and are now losing faith in the future. For the last 3 months, I have had scores of intense conversations with broken-hearted business owners, many of whom have been put out of business or forced to close or threatened without ever having the opportunity to prove they could operate responsibly and safely. Our government has been saying, trust us, but we don't trust you. Now, I also want to say this. We have at Bayside, we have doctors, lots of them. We have nurses, lots of them. We have healthcare professionals. Some of you are police officers. We have first responders, all being put in harm's way by the reckless health behavior of some people. We will never sanction, reward, or encourage irresponsible behavior here at Bayside. Okay. However, I haven't been able to shake the thought we are called to stand in the gap with our business leaders in this and other communities. Therefore, I spent the last 45 days envisioning a plan for how our 8 Bayside churches, our 60,000 people, it's actually over that, and our hundreds of Thrive churches can band together to support business owners and leaders in California. And so, we have a 10-step plan, and some of you are hearing this because you're going to get sucked into it. You all ready? Number 1, this January, we're doing something we have never done. This January, by faith, we're making a financial commitment to immediately invest $500,000 to rescue small businesses, okay? Number 2, yeah, good job, by the way, applauding. Number 2 is this: we, in conjunction with Thrive Leadership and partner churches, are launching a free business leader conference in late January. This conference will resource, train, encourage, and equip business leaders all for free, people. All for free. Yep. The last time we did this, 500,000 people joined us online. Okay, number 3, we will provide free business coaching to assist struggling business leaders with the following: goal setting, strategic development, great business practices. Number 4, we will provide free financial coaching. Business leaders right now are, many of them, millions, they're paralyzed. They don't know what to do. Do I declare chapter 11? What's the government gonna do to me next week? Okay, so and problem is this: they need a financial consultant. They just can't afford it because they're going out of business anyway. We will provide free financial coaching and in the areas of fiscal management, navigating the PPP forgiveness process, accessing available government programs and grants, more of which are becoming available. We heard about that today. Unfortunately, a lot of small businesses don't get those because larger companies hopped in line in front of them. We're going to help them navigate that and get to the front of the line. Number 5 is this: we will provide financial assistance to qualifying businesses by providing them with interest-free loans of between $5,000 and $20,000 from Bayside, okay? Number 6, for businesses who are seeking to stay open and have been fined by the government, we will connect them to attorneys to provide legal assistance. Number 7, we are developing an online business directory of Bayside businesses fighting to stay open so that you can actively support them. I can't tell you how many people have come up to me. We've had hundreds of people come up to us and go, do you guys know a painter? Do you guys know a mechanic you can trust? We thought, why don't we just let everybody from Bayside put that together and put it online? That way you'll have access to each other and you'll be able to support each other. Everybody got that? Number 8 is this: our prayer ministry will support those businesses by prayer, specifically for each business. We will, if you register your business, we will pray for you and your business by name every single day, okay? Number 9, for the exploding group of people who have lost jobs, we will provide them with free career coaching through our Jobs One program. And the minute I said that in our first service, the thing exploded in applause. A guy came up to me afterwards and with tears in his eyes, and he said, I'm one of the 1,700 people so far that has gotten a job because I went through the Job One coaching. And then he said, Job One coaching saved my career and saved my life and gave me a future. Okay, we will do that for anybody that's unemployed. Matter of fact, they meet every Monday night, okay? And number 10 is this: we are also, on top of the $500,000, going to invest $100,000 through our care fund to support the immediate crisis needs of people who are now unemployed, okay? That's our 10-step plan. You will hear a whole lot more about that. Here's what I really want to say. At Bayside, we actually believe this: when God calls you to business, that's just as important as a call to when we get called to ministry. Would you all agree with that? Okay. What we believe is this: you, your family, your finances, your future, and your business matter to God, and it ought to matter to the church, and it does matter to us at Bayside around here. And what we want to say is this: at the beginning of a new year, we are praying that God will use this to give you encouragement, hope, and a great future no matter what things look like right now. For 25 years, you have stood with us. Now, it's our turn to stand with you. All God's people said, amen. That's where we're going, and I hope you're ready for the ride, people. Welcome back. The neat thing about this Refuel devotional, it goes to 30,000 people, and it goes globally. We want to invite you to respond. And here's the easiest way to respond. All you have to do is text the word support to 56316. Text support to 316. You will get a chance to connect and benefit from what we're doing, or use your expertise and gifts to be part of what we're doing. We have felt deeply that when the church unleashes compassion, it is most like God. Because at Christmas, God gave his son. We want to give the gift of help and hope to hurting people in our businesses. And I'll close with this. Let me tell you how the temperature, what's going on out there. I walked into the person that cuts my hair, which in my case, you can tell doesn't take a lot of time. And she had been shut down, reopened for the first time. I walked in and I brought $200 in cash. I walked in and I gave it to her and I said, I am so proud of you for reopening. Tears streaming down her face. And she said, it's so hard. It's so hard. It's so hard. We're in California. They shut her down again. Okay. She reopened heroically a second time. I did the same thing, same tears. The third time I walked in and she said, I'm open, but she said, they've just made an announcement. I'm done. Way too many people are done. And we feel like if we can come alongside these people and give them help, that will give them hope. And the second somebody gets hope, anything's possible. We're praying the same thing for you. We hope that today gave you hope, because the minute you let go of discouragement and replace it with hope, anything's possible. I am glad you tuned in. More importantly, I'm glad you may jump in and be part of this. Thanks so much. God bless you. We love you. Merry Christmas.